The School of Education has made a profound difference to me in my career for a lot of reasons, but most importantly, it's been the people that have made the biggest difference to me, whether it was the professor who went out of his or her way, or the mentor, or the contact that I made in a local school because of the experiences that Iowa State was providing me. I was able to grow as a young, soon-to-be teacher, and as a graduate and as an alumnus, I've been able to continue to rely on Iowa State and the professors and the people to continue to help me grow in this profession. And I am certain that the same kind of individual care that they gave to me, they are committed to giving to every single person who comes through their doors.
55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60.
Our numbers divide by each other, and our exponents subtracted from each other.
I teach because I was inspired by a great teacher in elementary school, my first grade teacher, and the impact she had on me was so important to me that I want to be that teacher for students, as many as possible, even if it's just one in one class.
You help them learn the content through all the content areas, and you take that, and through working that with the students, you're able to help them grow to be contributors that will help our world become a better place in the future.
I teach because I want to make a difference, and I think the best way to make a difference in someone's life and in our community and world is through education. I think it's really important when people understand what's going on around them and they know how to change it and what they want to change. So I think the best way to do that is to start young and work with children and get them thinking, and not just memorizing things, but really thinking about what they're doing and what they're learning and what they want.
So I have always been an avid reader, and I love writing, and there's nothing better than sharing that passion with kids. And it is just so awesome to teach kids these things that I love and to share with them the joys of reading and the joys of literature and the joys of writing and all of the fun stuff that comes with literacy. I've always been immersed in my content area ever since I was young, and so there's nothing better for me than to share that joy with other people. This play, A Midsummer Night's Dream, each scene and each act is going to be pretty different from the last one usually, and it's going to kind of jump around, and we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Most of the students that I work with really benefit from small group instruction, and so it's been really great to see them interact with each other within that setting as well. So we've been working on encouraging those positive social interactions. So for example, if we're reading phrases for fluency, they'll be giving each other thumbs up and saying, "Great job, you really did well on that one." And that's just incredible to see because they're excited about their peers' learning as well as their own learning.
A time I was really excited about student teaching was we had fox prints outside the window in our classroom, and they were visible and our children noticed them as they came in. And so we switched up our plan for the day and started learning about foxes. And so they were able to get really excited and engage with these because they could see them and they could step outside and look at them really closely and come back in, and we watched videos on foxes, and we were able to be very flexible in our learning to really target what they were excited about and something that was very concrete in their lives.
So 5th and 6th graders typically don't celebrate the 100th day of school, but I've worked with a lot of different age groups, so I thought I would kind of bring it back and have something fun for them to do. So I developed an egg drop experiment, so I had all my 5th and 6th graders kind of create a basket of some sort and make sure that when they dropped it, their egg wasn't going to break and splatter. So it was really interesting to see the different techniques they would use and just the different materials that they thought were going to work. I had some kids that forgot to buy tape and then everything fell apart, and I had other kids that used all the money in the world that they could spend. And so it was just very interesting to see the way they worked together, how they bounced ideas off of each other, and then in the end, when we dropped them on Friday, I had all 47 of them engaged in one activity for 15 minutes, which never happens for 5th and 6th graders, so it was exciting.
If I had to give you a few pieces of advice from my 18 years in the classroom, here are the first few things that come to mind. The first thing I would say is be passionate about this work. Be the biggest geek in the classroom. Learn everything that you can about your students, about the profession, about the content, and enjoy that completely. Do not forget to laugh. There is so much wonderful medicine in laughter every single day. So be sure to laugh. Remember that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be human in front of your peers, in front of your students, in front of your colleagues. It's how we get better. If I were to ask students about the quality that they most remember in the teachers that made the biggest difference to them, I know that almost all of them would say the same thing. They would say that teacher made a difference because he or she cared. So remember, everything you do is to care about those kids.